Thank you for joining us. For this information session, tonight we will be discussing the online and part-time graduate programs in civil engineering offered through the Whiting School of Engineering at Johns Hopkins University. My name is Cheryl Williams, and I am the Recruitment and Marketing Specialist for the Whiting School of Engineering. With me tonight is Dr. Rachel Sangri. Rachel is the chair of our part-time and online civil engineering programs. She is also a lecturer for the Whiting School's full-time programs in civil engineering. Rachel is a graduate of Johns Hopkins, having earned her PhD in civil engineering in 2006. Rachel, would you like to say hello?
Hi, yeah, welcome everyone. Thanks for your interest in EP Civil Engineering. So I'm looking forward to telling you more about the program in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Rachel. For tonight's presentation, we'll start off with an introduction to Johns Hopkins Engineering. Next, Rachel will discuss with you our online and part-time degree programs in civil engineering. Then we'll talk about some helpful information on tuition and payment options, talk about next steps and important dates, and we'll end with a live question and answer session. So why study engineering at Johns Hopkins University? Johns Hopkins University was founded in 1876 as the nation's first research university. The School of Engineering opened its doors in 1913, and in 1915 it began offering part-time engineering coursework as night classes for technical workers. Since then, we've grown to offer more than 20 master's programs that can be completed part-time. 16 of these programs can be completed entirely online. Our programs are designed by people who thoroughly understand your industry. We like to say that our programs are for engineers, by engineers. Our faculty are all expert and working engineers, and our faculty and instructional designers construct new and update existing coursework every year so that it includes the most up-to-date information. In addition to our part-time programs, the Whiting School of Engineering has over 25 research centers and institutes. This includes our strong partnership with the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory that's in Laurel, Maryland. We also offer full-time bachelor's, master's, and PhD programs that are offered in residence at our Homewood campus in Baltimore. Our online and part-time programs are led by respected senior engineers from our Applied Physics Laboratory and from faculty from our full-time programs. We are ranked in the top 25 best online graduate engineering programs by US News and World Report. And of all the schools that are included in these rankings, we have the largest online part-time student population. So not only will you have lots of fellow students going through a similar learning experience, but these rankings really speak to the quality of our programs regardless of our size, and our school is experienced and well equipped to help you navigate graduate education as an online student. The degree that you earn studying with us part-time is of the same quality as our full-time degree programs. Your diploma will not say online or part-time. You are eligible and highly encouraged to participate in commencement, and as a graduate, you will be one of more than 28,000 Whiting School alumni and will join our esteemed international alumni community. So that's an overview of who we are and the value of our programs. Now Rachel is going to talk to you more about our programs and systems in civil engineering. Rachel?
Hi, thanks, Cheryl. So again, I am the EP Program Chair for Civil Engineering. We're a relatively small program, so if you decide to study at Hopkins, I'll also be your advisor. So anytime you have a question about coursework or graduation requirements or anything like that, I'm an email or a phone call away, or for our local students, you're welcome to come visit me. A little bit about my background. I graduated from Bucknell University, which is in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, with a BS and then later an MS in civil engineering. After getting my master's, I worked in the bridge design group of a mid-sized civil engineering firm in Baltimore, Maryland, called Whitman Requart & Associates. And so I'm a structural engineer by training, and I have my professional engineering license. I earned my PhD in civil engineering from Hopkins, actually, in 2006, where I studied historic heavy wooden trusses used in covered bridges. So I'm also very interested in the treatment of existing structures, or what we call preservation engineering in the EP program. And in fact, I teach a class in wood design online. So I've done some small projects with the National Park Service in recent years, but I spend most of my professional time teaching structural engineering classes in the full-time civil engineering program to our undergraduate students. But again, I also teach a class in the EP program. So we have two programs that are available. We have the Master of Civil Engineering, and we have a graduate certificate. We'll talk more about the Master of Civil Engineering, but maybe I would just mention at this point, the graduate certificate is 6 courses. The Master of Civil Engineering program is 10 courses. Within the master's program, we have a structural engineering focus area. That's not to say, though, that we don't offer courses in other areas. It's just that a lot of our online, particularly our online courses, are in structural engineering. And so for the master's degree, we require 10 courses. They have to be completed within 5 years. Those consist of 1 core class in mathematics, 2 core classes in engineering and civil engineering, and then 7 elective courses. And here's a quick review of a sample program. So if you were doing the structural engineering focus area, the current requirements are that you take this one math class, which is math methods for physics and engineering. Your 2 courses required for the focus area in structural engineering are applied finite element methods and structural mechanics. And then you get to choose from our other offerings, your electives, your 7 electives. So this is just a sample, and these 7 electives we've chosen to show you here: advanced steel design, pre-stressed concrete design, design of wood structures, earthquake engineering, are all structural engineering courses. And so they fall under what we call the focus area electives. And then you can take 3 courses that are really anything within civil engineering. So if you want to get a little more breadth, you want to take some geotechnical engineering courses, some coastal engineering courses, you can certainly do that with those program electives. So if you don't want to focus in structural engineering, that's totally fine. You can also just do a general civil engineering kind of degree. And so for this sample program, you still need to take your required core course in mathematics. But after that, your core engineering classes are again a little more broad to sort of prepare you for the upper level master's classes in civil engineering. So we've got geotechnical engineering principles and structural mechanics. After that, again, you can select from several program electives. We have a list there of 6, sort of a mix of structures and geotech and coastal. And then you're also welcome to take 1 course totally outside of civil engineering, maybe computer-aided design, which is offered through the mechanical engineering department. The same is true actually for the structural engineering focus area. Up to 1 course can be taken in an area completely outside of civil engineering if you want to do that. So the admissions requirements are that you have a bachelor's degree in civil engineering. Now, we will look at applications that are from applicants with bachelor's degrees in areas that are closely related to civil engineering, so maybe environmental engineering, maybe mechanical engineering, and we'll consider those. Typically, if you are applying with a bachelor's degree in something other than civil engineering, you will have to take some prerequisite courses before you can be fully admitted to the program. And those courses are not available online. So you'll need to take those at a regionally, if you're looking to do a degree fully online, you would need to take those courses at a regionally accredited institution. But we're happy to look. You should definitely apply even if your bachelor's degree is not in civil engineering. Your GPA needs to be above a 3.0. And we don't require the GRE. So that's that's good news. Our program pathways are either online, fully online, or partially online and partially on site. So even if you're a local student, you're going to be taking some classes online. And again, if you're a local student and you're taking some classes online, the classes that you're not taking online are going to be offered at Homewood campus. That's where we offer our that's where our full-time program lives, and we have some part-time courses that are also offered there. Of course, as a part-time student, if you're local, you're welcome to take the courses from the full-time program or the part-time. There's no wall between those two, but they're all offered at Homewood campus. So most of our courses online or that are available online are related to structural engineering. So I think I said that. If you're going to apply as a full online student, you should be aware of your course options. So at this point, a sample online program in civil engineering looks something like this. Again, the math course is online and it's required for all students. Currently, the two courses that are required, two engineering courses that are required are structural mechanics and applied finite element methods. Applied finite element methods is in development, and if that development process is holding you up at all, we're of course happy to make a substitution because you can fully get your degree online in the program. We don't want any courses under development to hold that up. So currently the program electives are listed here. You see a couple of those in development. We also actually have one on this list that's not, that's being offered this spring, in fact, which is structural dynamics. So you can see a nice, I think, suite of courses. Again, primarily structural engineering, pre-stressed concrete, advanced steel, but also some coastal design of ocean structures and also some geotechnical retaining structures and slope stability and geotechnical engineering principles. And then, you know, some pretty interesting courses that, you know, are, I would say unique to our program. So wind engineering, bridge design and evaluation. We are really proud of our instructors in the civil engineering program. Most of our classes are taught by professional engineers who've reached the heights of success in their fields and now want to give back to the civil engineering community. For example, in the middle there is Dr. Carol Hayek. She teaches pre-stressed concrete. She's a PhD graduate from Johns Hopkins, who's now the Chief Technology Officer for a specialty contractor of post-tension slabs. So really great and fitting that she's teaching pre-stressed concrete. Dr. Hayek currently serves on the PTI, the Post-Tensioning Institute Technical Advisory Board, and she was recently awarded the PTI Fellow Award. Dr. Jay Harris on the right there is a research structural engineer at NIST who conducts experimental and analytical earthquake engineering research for buildings and also implements research results into model building codes. He teaches our structural mechanics course and also our earthquake engineering course. And finally, between her roles as professor and chair of the Naval Architecture and Ocean Engineering program at the Naval Academy, Professor Sarah Mooring, there on the left, finds time to teach our classes in coastal engineering.
All right, thank you. Thanks again, Rachel. Now we'd like to share some information to help you take this next step. Some of the most common questions our admission team gets from prospective students is, what is the tuition and what resources are available to help me pay? So here it is. Our tuition is currently $4,055 a course. Each of our courses are 3 credits each. So this is the total tuition cost for each 3-credit course. Because our tuition fluctuates every year due to inflation, we are encouraging students to budget $45,000 total for the cost of the tuition for their degree. In addition to this tuition, though, there are no fees. So you won't be paying any technology fee on a semester basis. There's no student union fee that you have to pay. We do not charge applicants a fee to submit their application, so that we have no application fee. And the only fee that our students really pay is a fee at the end of their study with us. It's known as a graduate's fee. You have a variety of financing options available to you depending on your personal circumstance. I really encourage you to investigate and to take advantage of any education benefits that your employer may offer. I would say the majority of our students are taking advantage of this particular payment method. Most of our students, their employer is paying a percentage, if not a large portion of their tuition. If you are a U.S. citizen or a qualifying U.S. resident, you may be eligible to use financial aid. The financial aid that is available for graduate students is largely unsubsidized loans. So similar to that, you can of course finance your education through a personal loan. And if you are active or retired military and you have veterans benefits, you can of course utilize these to finance your education. We do have a number of active duty and retired military enrolled in our online and part-time programs. If you are planning on using veterans benefits, here's some helpful information. The URL that you see on your screen right now has some great information on what forms you need to complete and to submit in order to utilize veterans benefits at Johns Hopkins. For students using Chapter 33 post 9/11 benefits, the Department of Veterans Affairs sets an annual cap on tuition for private schools. That cap is $21,970.46. And that is for an entire academic school year. So it includes the fall, the spring, and the summer semester, and then it renews every fall. So 5 courses, will come in under the cap. The cost for 5 courses is $20,275. 6 courses, so if you take 2 classes every semester for 3 semesters in a row, 6 courses will exceed the tuition cap. That dollar amount is $24,330. Johns Hopkins is a yellow ribbon school. How yellow ribbon works at Johns Hopkins is that it is applied once the tuition cap is exceeded. And if it is exceeded, qualifying students can receive up to $1,000 per year, and it's awarded on a first come, first served basis. The last thing that I wanted to mention to you today, the Forever GI Bill was recently passed into law. This law expands on the veterans benefits offered through Chapter 33 post 9/11 GI Bill. For example, it removes the benefit expiration dates for those who were discharged or released from military on or after January 1st of 2013. So if this is you, you now have an unlimited amount of time to utilize your veterans education benefits. They do not expire. There's a lot of really great other benefits that are built into this bill. For more information, I just encourage you to visit military.com and search Forever GI Bill. Great information on that site. If you are located outside of the US and are interested in studying with us, here are some helpful tips to keep in mind. International students, of course, are welcome to studying with us from their home country through our online programs. Whether or not you study with us on-site or online, here are some additional admissions requirements for those students. International students must submit a credit evaluation of credit earned at any non-US institutions. We prefer that students go through WES. That's a third-party credit evaluation service for this international credit evaluation. They also must provide proof of English proficiency via, for example, qualifying scores on a TOEFL exam. On-site students, in order to maintain their F1 visa status, students must enroll full-time, and the definition of full-time enrollment is outlined right here, 3 courses per semester and no more than one of those courses being online. They also must provide proof of financial support to cover annual living and education expenses. Next steps and important dates. So if you are interested in studying with us, your first step is to submit your application for admissions. You can do this by visiting the URL that you see on your screen, ep.jhu.edu/apply. As I said before, there is no application fee. In addition to submitting your application, you'll need to submit your academic transcripts and your professional resume. You can do this after submitting the online application, but keep in mind that your application is not complete until you submit all of these documents. So we offer rolling admissions for our online and part-time students here at Johns Hopkins. It will take the academic departments and the admissions department a total of 4 to 6 weeks From the time that we receive a student's an applicant's complete application to undergo the review process and then issue that applicant a decision letter. So with that timeline in mind, here's some important dates. Our spring registration is already open. It actually opened on October the 26th, and our spring semester begins on January the 29th. So if you are interested in studying with us in our spring semester, I encourage you to submit your application as soon as possible, ideally well before December 15th. If you need a deadline, remember December 15th.